I was already halfway to the taxi when you said my name quiet, like you weren't trying to stop me, just trying to be heard one last time. My whole body reacted before my mind could. I turned, and there you were, under the streetlight, your breath fogging in the cold, eyes shining with the kind of regret that shows up too late. Unless you're brave enough to bring it anyway. Just one kiss, you said. Not to fix us. Not to trap you. Just to say goodbye. The right way. My fingers tightened around my suitcase handle because one kiss sounded harmless. But we both knew our hearts didn't to do harmless. I walked back slowly, like every step was a question. And when I stopped in front of you, you didn't reach for me right away. You waited, giving me the choice you hadn't given me before. If you say no, you whispered, I'll let you go. I should have said no. I should have kept my life neat and sensible. But the truth was, I didn't miss the arguments. I missed the way you looked at me when the world was loud and I was the only quiet you trusted. Okay, I breathed. One, your hand lifted to my cheek warm, trembling, and the touch alone pulled memories out of hiding. Late night laughter, shared fries, your hoodie on my shoulders, my name in your mouth like a promise. When our lips met, it wasn't desperate. It was careful, like we were both afraid of how good it could still feel. And then it deepened, not because we lost control, but because we finally told the truth with our bodies. We weren't over each other. I pulled back first, forehead resting against yours, and I hated how fast my heartbeat learned hope again. That was supposed to be goodbye, I whispered. You nodded, swallowing hard. I know. Then you reached into your coat and held out a small envelope. I wrote this weeks ago, when I realized I'd been loving you selfishly. I opened it with shaking hands, and there it was, no excuses, no dramatic speeches, just the simplest, rarest thing. Accountability. You wrote that you were sorry for choosing pride over peace, for listening to your fear louder than my voice, for treating later like it was guaranteed. At the bottom you'd written, if you ever want a love that feels safe, I want to learn how to be that. I looked up, and you didn't beg. You just stood there, letting your apology be a door I could walk through or not. My chest ached in that tender way that means your heart is healing and hurting at the same time. Come with me, I said, surprising myself. Not forever, not a fairy tale. Just come sit with me for 10 minutes and tell me the truth without trying to win. Your eyes softened like sunrise. Okay, you whispered. 10 minutes. We walked to the tiny cafe on the corner, the one that stayed open for people who didn't want to go home yet. We talked like adults who'd finally met the consequences of their own choices. You told me about therapy, about how you'd been learning to pause before you reacted, about how love isn't just intensity, it's consistency. I told you how lonely it felt to be strong all the time, how I didn't want grand gestures. I wanted steady hands and a steady heart. And right there between the steam of hot chocolate and the quiet glow of the window lights, my fear loosened its grip. If you're feeling this kind of love, messy, real, worth fighting for, like and subscribe to Love in Us, because these are the stories that remind us healing can still be romantic. When we stepped back outside, the night felt different, like it was making room for something new. So what happens now? You asked, your voice careful. I took a breath and made a choice I could live with. Now you earn me. Primera Saeed softly in the small ways, the everyday ways. Your smile wasn't triumphant. It was relieved, grateful. I can do that, you said. Then you opened your arms, not demanding, not rushing, and I stepped into them, letting my cheek rest against your chest like my heart had finally found its address again. One kiss after goodbye, you murmured into my hair, and somehow it became a beginning. I laughed, tears in my eyes, and tipped my face up for one more slow, sweet certain, because this time we weren't saying goodbye at all. Thanks for watching.